Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for February 15th, 2013. Really a basic show here. They did a little bit more build towards Elimination Chamber, but nothing really special. They even had The Rock here, and it felt like the same old stuff. Nothing really funny, nothing really great as far as promos go. It was just a simple promo. Rock says, "I'm going to beat Punk." Punk says, "I'm going to beat Rock," and that was really it. So the show starts off with Big Show coming out and talking about what Del Rio did to him last week and how this caused him to injure 3 people. Jericho comes out. Oh man, this was painful. He's plugging some robot fighting show he's hosting on Sci-Fi. But it was just so blatant that as soon as Big Show said it, I was like, oh fuck. I hate those plugs where it's just so obvious. Big Show said, "What are you even doing out here? Don't you got some tour to be on with Fozzy? Don't you have a new book to write? Don't you have some show that's going to be on Sci-Fi?" Some robot fighting show on Sci-Fi. And Jericho says, "Yes, I have been touring with Fozzy. And yes, I do have a show debuting on Sci-Fi. I don't know when. Robot fighting. It's pretty cool." And I was like, oh my god, this is so painful. So anyways, Jericho says he's back. He knows how dangerous Big Show is. And if he wins the Chamber and Big Show beats Del Rio, he's going to face him at Mania. So Big Show wants to hurt him. Booker T comes out and says he likes this. And he makes Big Show versus Jericho. So Jericho's not winning the Elimination Chamber, and Big Show's not beating Del Rio, pretty much. Stryker asks Randy Orton how he feels about facing Mark Henry again, and Mark Henry walks up, but his entrance music hits, so he has to leave. And we get Henry versus Orton. Orton gets frustrated, grabs a chair, hits Mark Henry with it, so gets disqualified, and he tries to hit him in the face with it, but Mark Henry grabs the chair and hits the World's Strongest Slam on Randy Orton anyways. This was pretty awesome. Backstage, Mark Henry grabs the mic from Stryker and says they're going to need the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, SWAT teams, police, National Guard, Navy SEALs, everybody to stop him at Elimination Chamber. We get Layla versus Tamina. Layla takes a bump on the apron. I'm not sure what exactly she was going for here. It looked like she just bumped on it. But Tamina hits the splash for the win. And The Rock comes out. Says he's going to make Punk suffer. So Punk comes on the screen and he's got the title. He says this belongs to him. And Rock says he's going to beat him at Elimination Chamber and go on to Mania. Like I said, a really basic promo here. You know, I really don't understand why they even go to all the trouble of bringing The Rock to shows like SmackDown if they're not going to do anything special to make the show stand out. What's the point? It's just a waste of money. Tensai and Brodus Clay versus Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater. Brodus splashes Jinder for the win, and they start dancing, but the Shield comes out. They beat up Tensai. They powerbomb Brodus Clay. Dean Ambrose cuts a promo about how they're going to do the same thing to Cena, Sheamus, and Ryback. Cody Rhodes versus Miz. Miz comes out with a new jacket. He looks like a goth kid. And Miz has an injured shoulder, but he's still able to get the win with the figure 4. So this is bad for Cody Rhodes, but they're definitely pushing Miz a little bit. I just think he went over here because he's going to lose to Cesaro at the pay-per-view. Zack Ryder versus Jack Swagger with Dutch Mantell or Zeb Coulter. And Ryder taps the Patriot Act. Zeb Coulter cuts another promo about fixing the country. Del Rio cuts a promo backstage with Ricardo saying, see, they're really trying to get this over. And I mean, I guess it can work for him. Seems to be doing okay so far. And Big Show versus Jericho. This was a decent match. Big Show wins with the knockout punch. Beats Jericho clean. Still no Dolph Ziggler. I was thinking in my predictions for Elimination Chamber that possibly they haven't been showing Ziggler on TV, so people will maybe forget about him, and then if he cashes in at the pay-per-view, it would be a big surprise. I'm not sure if that's going to even happen, but it is kind of strange that Ziggler has been off TV and he's not on the pay-per-view, but we'll see what happens. And Big Show has a stare down with Del Rio afterwards. So a pretty simple show here, nothing really special. It's just one of those things. They want to make people tune in by having The Rock and CM Punk on the show or doing something on the show, and then they just kind of fall short with it. It's just boring crap. And it was cool to see The Rock, but he didn't really do anything. He just kept saying that Punk is a spoiled kid and he's a man and he's going to beat him at the Chamber. And just very simple stuff here. They need to be more creative with this. So anyways, that's my review of this week's WWE Smackdown. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.